ladies and gentlemen, this is Kdawg with K/Wave Productions. Finishing off my collections video. This is part 4 of it. I'm continuing with the Konami collection there. It's my fifth favorite video game company. Alright, let's start this off again. The next game is Never Dead. The game was okay. It's a decently innovative game. Like, they put stuff in here that I've never seen before in a video game. Like, for instance, the guy can technically never die. Like, the enemy will hit him and then he will fall to pieces, and then his head will roll, and you gotta attach the body to the limbs. It was very, like, unique but weird in a way. Kind of has some slapstick elements to it. It's got some hack and slash. It's not done well in it, but one of the, like, the sword is cool that he uses. Like, he's got different variations of guns. You can double wield everything. It's just, again, like, I wish the gameplay was done better. Like, when he moves like shit. He dodges like shit. Man, the story's very good. The concept is very, very good. But, I mean, obviously, if you play this game, you can see that it resembles Devil May Cry. If you're going to copy a game like Devil May Cry, copy it correctly with the gameplay. Don't, like, fuck around with the gameplay, because, again, the frame rate goes down when you like, playing. It's good graphics, but, like, when your game, well, like I said, when the frame rate goes down, it makes the game not that good. Like, the screen gets all, like, crazy. You can't really see what you're shooting at times, and not a very good variation of enemies in here. You got like 4 or 5 different enemies. I understand you don't need a shit ton. At least have 10 different type of enemies in the level. Like, you'll fight these, like, dog-looking demon things from start to finish. Listen, you need a little bit of variation with the different type of characters. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, other than that, that's it. It's got a lot of innovation. Like I said, I like the character Bryce. I like the secondary character Arcadia. I think the overall story is pretty good. The concept is very, very good. I just wish the gameplay, and that's important to me, the gameplay. The game could look like shit, and the voice acting can be shit, but if it plays beautifully, that's the most important quality I think you can have in a game. It's quantity, not quality to me, anyway. But, yeah, that's it with Never Dead. Nothing really, I mean, give it a shot if you're, like, a fan of, like, Devil May Cry or any type of, like, demon hunting type thing. It's a decent game. It's just nothing spectacular about it. But the next game on the list is it's a remake of an old school, like, 8-bit game for Nintendo, and it's Bomberman Act Zero. Problem is with this game, it had a lot of negative reviews. One of the main things is, if you're gonna remake a game, you need to make the character resemble what the old character was. Like, look at Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse ain't the greatest game, but at least when they remade it, the character looks like what the character looked like in the old school games. Am I right? And the story kind of played out, looks very similar to it. This one's completely different. Like, it's got like a futuristic sci-fi feel. The story is like preposterous in this fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The levels look the same, but, like, there's different blocks in different areas, and the power-ups are pretty cool. Some of the power-ups, a little bit of customization. You can make it a different color. You can pick a male and female. But bottom line is, you didn't make a good remake. I mean, if you take away the whole Bomberman name, it's a decent game. But other than that, I mean, if you're gonna make a remake, put some old and new in it. You got to make the character look like the old school character, because a lot of people love that character, and, you know, you fucked it up for him. But nothing really much to say. It's decently fun. If you play that with, like, 4 people, you're going to have a lot of fun blowing your friend the fuck up in that. Other than that, nothing really much to say in it. And I am going to do a review of that game. It's going to be probably my 3rd video, the second game I'm going to review. And I'm going to explain the type of games I'm going to review at the end of this collections video. Next game I'm going to show you, it's another Konami game. It's a Konami classic. This is old school. Like, it's actually got very good games. It's got Castlevania Symphony of the Night that was on PlayStation 1. It's got some Super Contra. It's got Frogger. So it's a nice collection to have. Like I said, you always want these type of collections just to have, and it's like they're classics. You know what I'm saying? You always want games like that. And Konami was the shit in the 16-bit era. they just like tear shit up back then. You know what I'm saying? Even in the 8-bit era, they weren't bad, but 16-bit era, they ruled shit. Let me tell you. Next one's Konami Classics Volume 2. Again, it's got another Contra game. It's got Russian Attack. Looks like a run and gun type game. It kind of looks like a Contra. I haven't really played it. I played like the Contra game, but I haven't really played anything else. And then it has some other like track and field type game. It looks like shit, but not my not my cup of tea. But I mean, again, it's nice to have these like old school collections and all that. So that's it for my Konami collection. I'm obviously gonna get more of them, obviously, but not right now. The next one's my Tecmo Koei collection, and I want to start off with that's my like 6th favorite. Excuse me, it's my 7th favorite video game company, and the first game I'm going to show you is Ninja Gaiden 2. Let me tell you, fucking game is great. It defies the whole hack and slash genre. Like this and Devil May Cry, man, on Xbox 360 are the best in that genre. Game is hard as fucking shit, dude. Probably the hardest game next to Bomberman Act Zero. Bomberman Act Zero, the reason why that's hard is because it has no saving. You can't save in there, because if you could, you could eventually beat it. But this game, you could beat it. It's just excruciatingly fucking hard. Like, it's brutal. Like, on the normal mode, it's like very hard on every other fucking game you play. It is brutal, man. You need to fucking soup up your weapons and your Nimpo badly in this. Nimpo is the type of magic he uses in it. But other than that, this game is fucking awesome, dude. I love the shit out of it. Very frustrating. Once you do the stuff correctly in it, it's actually very exhilarating. The special combos. One of my favorite things was the dismemberments. How you just cut the fucking guy in half and like you see his pieces flying all over the place. And then like you'll leave the area and come back and you still see the head and torso all over the place. It's awesome. And it's good to see him back, Ryu Hayabusa back from the 8-bit era into the next gen. You know what I'm saying? Even though, well, this is technically not the next gen anymore because Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are coming out, but it's decently new, so it was cool to see him come back and all that. Hard fucking game, mad fun, but hard as hell. It'll frustrate the fuck out of anybody. So, the next game is Ninja Gaiden 3. This game is controversial. The reason why I say that is because people think this game is balls, but it actually is not even that bad. They made it a lot of they made it very mainstream because they had a lot of complaints from regular like people that your game is too hard. So I understand them trying to listen to fans, and it's fucking hard for a video game company. Like, they listen to fans, they want to please the fans. So they try to make it easier, and then they made it easier, more streamlined. Fucking people get on their asses. Oh, your game is more streamlined, this and that. The game isn't actually that bad. And again, I don't want to go too much in on it because this is going to be my second video that I'm going to do. I'm going to do games that are considered bad games or games that are bad, and I'm going to give you my intake on them. That's what my reviews are going to install. But this to me is technically not a bad game. It gets a bad rap. Even people that have talked negative about it in reviews have said if it wasn't a Ninja Gaiden game, it'd be received as a good game. That makes no sense to me. So the game is pretty good if it's not called Ninja Gaiden, but because it's called Ninja Gaiden, the game is crap. I don't understand how that works, but the game, it's not a big deal. The game's not that bad. I mean, the high points of Part 2 that should have been in here was not, but other than that, the game's pretty decent. But again, you'll hear a lot more about that on my next video. So this next game is actually almost the same type of game, but they kind of like, because of the bad feedback that Part 3 had, they made this one. This is what the Part 3 should have been, but is Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. This game is awesome. It's my favorite Ninja Gaiden game, by the way. I liked it better than 2. But again, it's the same storyline from Part 3. It looks exactly the same. It's just, it has that shit that has it in Part 2. The multiple weapons, the multiple Nimpo. Fun friggin' game. Again, this is what the original Part 3 should have been. The original Part 3 really isn't that bad, but again, the bad feedback that they got from it, they made this one. This is the better version, though. I'm glad I got this version, and it's fun as hell. Like I said, I mean, can't be beat in hack and slash. I mean, this next game, I loved the hell out of it. It's my favorite anime, and they made like a video game out of it. Tecmo Koei did, and it's Fist of the North Star. Huge fan of the old school anime and manga, and loved the hell out of this game. It's a beat 'em up type game. Love the combos. Love like the killing in it and all that. People say it's very redundant. What do you expect? It's a beat 'em up game. That's what happens. You run, you beat the shit out of stuff. What do you expect from it? You know, loved it. Loved the hell out of it. Nothing really to say much about it. Some of the boss battles were very hard, but and then when I heard this game came out, I had to freaking get it. Obviously, it's kind of like a remake and a continuance of the original one. It's Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2. A little bit better than the first one. It's just my problem is it's all in Japanese. I would have wished to have it in English, just because of like they'll be speaking when I'm playing, and this plays like Dynasty Warriors. I'm not gonna really read the text when I'm playing the game. It's just not gonna happen because I'm gonna be paying attention to the gameplay. Again, gameplay was very, very good. This one plays more like Dynasty Warriors than the first one did, but again, fun as hell. Cool moves, cool finishing moves you can do in here. Very bloody, very gory. They did a very good job adapting to this one. Adapted better than the first one to the storyline. They did a very, very good job with this game. I love the shit out of it. Again, it's not for everybody. Fans of the anime and manga will love the hell out of this. I thought they did an amazing job. So, had a lot of fun with it. The game is mad long though, so if you have some time on your hand, try it out. Next game from Tecmo, it's probably the oldest game I have on the system, is Dead or Alive 4. Very good 3D fighting game. I'd say it's a little bit better than Virtual Fighter series. Not better than Tekken, but you know, pretty good. Hard as hell. It's a hard freaking game, and it's one of the few 3D fighting games that are mature. So, and the girls' breasts are very large in here, and they like shake like crazy. But you got Ryu Hayabusa in here from Ninja Gaiden. He's my homie, so I love using him in here. But it's very oriented around the women in this game. Women are more of the main characters in here. More like revolves more around them. But game is awesome as hell. Give it a shot. Again, if you're an avid fighting game fan, you need to get that one. And this one came out late last year. It's Dead or Alive 5. Much more like Part 4, but better graphics, better gameplay. A little bit newer characters in it. It was fun as hell. You know, nothing much to say. I mean, you got your old characters, you got your new characters in it. Again, it's very fun, but it's just much more of the same thing like Part 4. But this next game, kind of unique in a way, but like could have been done better. It's like it tries to copy another really popular game, but it doesn't do a good job of it. But it's Quantum Theory. It plays like Gears of War. It doesn't do a good job of it. And like I just said, if you're gonna copy a very popular game, copy the gameplay exactly like it. Obviously, this is a different game, so you're not gonna get sued for it, obviously. But if you're gonna copy it, man, it doesn't. It tries to play like it, but it just doesn't do it. And the visuals are very good. I think the story is pretty good as well too. It's just, damn it, man. Well, the most important quality of it, you fucked up on it. I thought, you know, you gotta. If you're gonna copy gameplay from a famous, popular game, do it to the T or don't do it at all, because the game plays like a little bit like shit. He's fucking slow, and it kind of copies Gears of War. People can say the guys in Gears of War are slow. I had no problem with them. So this guy moves slow as balls. And like sometimes in a game like this, I like to play it on a very, very high difficulty. But I like using the auto aim because it helps. The auto aim is shit in here. It'll auto aim at the guy. The guy will move slightly to the left, and the auto aim will completely fuck up. It doesn't do that in Gears of War. So, and like when he rolls out of the way, he rolls like balls. Yeah, I mean, it just if you're gonna copy a game like that, copy it correctly, please. I mean, other than that, the game's okay. Pretty cool concept. It's just because the gameplay is so shit. It doesn't get received well in my eyes anyway. All right, the next game kind of matches my shirt. It's the only Halo game I own, but I'm planning on getting the 4 more of the other ones. It's Halo Reach. It's from what I haven't played it yet, but I've heard great things about it. So I have played Halo games before. I heard it plays exactly like it. So and it's like the first in the series. It's like a prequel before the first one. So, and obviously you can see there's guys that resemble Master Chief, but they're not really Master Chief. So, but I've heard good shit about it. I guarantee you this game's phenomenal. I actually can't wait to play it. I'm actually going to be playing it very, very soon. I got to beat another couple of games first before I play this one. But I'm going to have tons of fun with this. And this is my 8th favorite video game company, is the Microsoft Network. But yeah, if you own Xbox, you need to get these games. I'm like slacking off. I waited for like ever to get them. I should have got them first. But yeah, fucking Halo's the shit. One of the best game creations ever made. So the next one, I love the hell out of these games, is Crackdown. Awesome game. Not much on story. Again, like it's like Bomberman. There's not much on story, but the gameplay is done so well that you don't really give a shit that it has much of a story in it. But the little story that it has kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They don't like throw like bullshit nonsense stuff at you. You know what I'm saying? The gameplay is very, very awesome in here, and the agility orbs are very addictive to collect. Because I love how you have stuff to collect, but you have an incentive on it, because you get more and more powerful what you collect, and then you get different guns. And then if you grab a gun like a really powerful machine gun and bring it back to where like a save point, you could save your weapons and all that. Very, very fun. Very, very fun game for a game that came out in 07. Love the shit out of this. Give this game a shot. It's very, very addictive. And the next one I have on my list is Crackdown 2. I love this fucking game. I think this game is better than... People say it's not better than Part 1. I really don't know why. I think this game outclasses the first one in every way. I really don't see how the first one's better than it. I've beaten both of them. People say the first one's better. Like I said, I really don't know why they say the first one's better. This one outclasses it in every way. Controls, the power-ups, it's harder. And people say, oh, there's no bosses in it. The bosses in the first one were complete garbage. I mean, because your character's so powerful in it. Let's face it, you're going to house everybody in that game. Even in the hardest difficulty, you'll get shot a lot. You'll probably die a couple of times. But as soon as you're fully powered in that game, you're going to house everything in front of you. In Crackdown 1, the bosses, I don't even count them as bosses. They're complete garbage. They're not even supposed to be bosses. So to criticize this game for not having any bosses, the freaks are tough enough anyway. So very, very good game. Love the shit out of it. Give it a shot. It plays a lot like Part 1. You collect the agility orbs. You get much more weapons in here, much more vehicles in here. You know, the vehicles are secondary. You get these cool armor. It like changes each time you bulk up and you get like more powerful and all that. Very fun. I enjoyed it. So very simplistic gameplay, but I mean you don't need the greatest graphics or the greatest gameplay to have a good game anyway. Next game on my list, another legendary Microsoft game, and it's probably the best next to Halo, is Gears of War 1. I can't say nothing bad about this game. The game was fucking incredible from start to finish. So, loved the main villain at the end. He was fucking hard as shit. I got so lucky how I beat him. I grenaded the shit out of him because he was the AI in here is done very, very well. You don't need great AI for it to be like comparable and all that. The AI was very, very good. Enjoyed the hell out of this game. Please, if you own a Xbox 360 and you live under a rock and you're just starting to come out and get these games, get this one. You fucking need it. To me, it's my favorite in the series. To me, it's the best in the series that I've played so far. Yeah, just get it, please. It's fucking awesome. There's like really, there's not much that's bad about the game. So, the next one, Gears of War 2, much more like the first one. Very, very good. My one little gripe on it, I loved the main villain in here, Scourge. My problem is I found him very easy to beat compared to Ram in the first one. And you would think that the guy would be harder because he resembles a Predator a little bit, kind of moves like the Predator a little bit in this one. And I thought he was gonna be hard as shit. I had really no problem with him, but weapons are a little bit different, but much more the same gameplay. I mean, again, what I love about Microsoft is they kind of like, when they make a sequel, they make a sequel correctly. They don't change what was good in the previous game. That's what I like. They added a little bit of stuff in here, but nothing to completely change it. So very, very good, very good game in the series. Another really good one, really great one is Gears of War 3. I mean, there's nothing you could say bad about this series. You know what I'm saying? This one, the graphics were a little bit better, but again, it's much of the same thing. You know, the main boss in here was very hard to beat as well too, but it's just enjoyable games. I don't have the fourth one, which is technically a prequel before this one, and you actually play with that guy Beard right there, the blonde-headed guy. He's my favorite character. He's kind of like that asshole cocky guy, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Hell of a series, dude. Hell of a series. I enjoyed the shit out of them. Next game, there's a very short campaign in this game. This is more of a multiplayer game. So, multiplayer like online and shit. It's Shadowrun. Not bad. I mean, it plays similar to Halo. It's not nearly as good as Halo, but not bad for like a an online type game. So, hey, I mean, you get to choose between like 4 different races and shit. It was okay, you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't have internet. I know as bad as that may sound. So the campaign was very short in here. So when I played it, so I beat it within maybe an hour. Maybe the campaign, all like the 6 or 7 little campaign things that you had to go through. And next game, that's all my Microsoft stuff. Again, I'm gonna get more of that company anyway. But my next company is my 9th favorite company of all time. It's Activision, and it's Prototype 1. I love the hell out of this game. It plays very similar to the old Crackdown games. But like, your character's just super powerful, man. Alex Mercer in here is like this. He can change his body into these like weapon type stuff. It's fucking insane, this game. You kill a bunch of monsters, you kill a bunch of humans, shit tons of fun. Kind of has that open world feel, again, just like Crackdown. In the beginning, I felt very overly powered in this game. I didn't really feel much challenging. It gets tougher through the game, but again, basic graphics, not bad. Gameplay was very, very good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Give it a shot. You'll have a lot of fun with this game. The next one on the list is Prototype 2. This game was way better than the first one. Believe it or not, it was a lot better. Controls were better. Evading was better. You couldn't evade for shit in the first one. Like, if you were getting housed by one of the creatures in there, you get hit like fucking 7 or 8 times before you can move out of the way. And when he moves out of the way, he like rolls. Like, what the hell, dude? You're a fucking superhuman. Jump up around, over him. And you can do that in this one. I don't count this as a problem. Some people might, but like, you're very overly powered. Even from the start, I had no problem fighting anybody from start to finish in here. And I played it on normal the first time. I might have died like maybe 5 times. That's like, you'll fuck up everything in sight with I think his name is James Heller. Like, it was a lot of fun. And I'm not going to complain if the guy's overly powered. I'm fucking up like everybody in front of me. That's a massive amount of fun. I'm not going to complain if I don't lose a lot. What the hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of fun with that, so. Those are the only 2 Activision games I own for right now, but I plan on getting more. The next one is my 10th favorite video game company. It is THQ, and it's Raw vs. SmackDown 08. Used to be a big wrestling fan growing up. This is actually a really, really good game. The customization of, like, the wrestlers are incredible in this game, but it has, like, all your, you know, favorites. You know, it's got Bobby Lashley, it's got John Cena, The Undertaker, it's got Randy Orton, it's got Triple H, it's got some of the ECW guys in it. So it's pretty good. This was a good wrestling game. I have no complaints about it, so that's that one. My other THQ game that I own is Conan. Not much to say. I mean, this is a hack and slash game, but this game was ranked was received really, really good. It got some pretty bogus reception because, again, it's a pretty good game. I'm not gonna deny that, but it's just Conan. Conan is Conan to me. He's just like, you know, he fucks women, he eats, he kills things. That's it. It's just how Conan is. You know what I'm saying? No epic story or anything. That's how the game was. That's how it should have been. But, like, it was highly praised for a game that was just decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people gave this game a 7.5 to fucking 8. I'm not fucking kidding you. This game is not a fucking 8. But, well, like, I don't understand where these reviewers, like, see this shit. I don't know if they actually play these games. Nothing really wrong with the game. Some of the dialogue is, like, horrible. Again, the game's not really... If you're going into it expecting a big story or expecting to be epic, you're retarded. Because if you know anything about the character, I think this describes Conan well, but it's a decent hack and slash game. Nothing really wrong with it, nothing spectacular, but don't expect like a big epic story with it. So, next game, next company that my 11th favorite company is probably is Rockstar Games. They make some amazing shit, but the next one I'm gonna say is Max Payne 3. Game's incredible. I have really nothing bad to say about this game. I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but I never really played again. I never really played the first two on PlayStation 2, and I owned a PlayStation 2, and I never played it. But if I heard it plays very similar to this one, but this one was fucking incredible. So I got nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it was amazing from start to finish. So another really good one. I've seen my brother play this a little bit. He sold this game to me. I never actually played it myself. I played some decent scenes, but nothing big. Was Red Dead Redemption. It's the sequel to Red Dead Revolver on PlayStation 2. This game is incredible as well too, from what I've seen of it. Even the zombie part is really, really good as well too. Again, like, Rockstar knows their shit. This company knows how to fucking just make shit. So I haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure this game's incredible. So from what I've seen of it, anyway. My next company that I have on there, pretty big company. They make some very good games. It's Electronic Arts, or EA. It's Dead Space. This game was awesome. It's a vintage survival horror game. Like, it's actually some decently, like, frightening parts. Like, some parts that'll make you jump. Thought it was very, very good. One thing I didn't like is the character did not say a single word through the game. I really don't know why. And I didn't like it. Like, you get this thing called stasis where you can kind of stop him in like the slow motion type stuff. It wasn't bad, but I really wish, like, you have another alternative to kind of, like, evade. Like, you couldn't roll out of the way. Like, what if I ran out of stasis and I didn't get it on time? I couldn't really move out of the way. You just take it in the face, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, awesome game. Give it a shot. It's a third-person shooter, survival horror. It's fucking the shit. Just play it. That's it. Play it, you'll love it. Trust me. And it is very, very freaky. Next one, probably the best in the series, is Dead Space 2. Again, much more like the first one, which is good. They didn't change much. They just added a little bit more, and the stuff that they added was better in this game. So, yeah, you know, it's the same type of stuff. You build up your suit, and the guy Isaac Clarke in here can actually talk now in the game, which is great. You know, you actually see his face, to where in the original one you only see his face at the end. You see the back of his head. I don't know if you could turn the camera and see the front of his face. I never did, but I didn't see his face till the end of the game. So, but yeah, again, it's incredible. There's nothing really bad to say about the game. So, the next one, this one I haven't finished. I'm nearly done with it. I'm maybe about 75% done with it. It's Dead Space 3. Not as good as the Part 2 or Part 1, but it's nothing bad. It's nothing to gripe upon. I mean, it's awesome, and you can actually mix weapons, like you could put like a rocket launcher with a with like a sniper rifle, or a shotgun with a sniper rifle together. It's very good customization of weapons and all that. I enjoyed the shit out of it. A little bit more actiony, because you kill people in here. You just don't kill the necromorph creatures in it and all that. Pretty good design of the creatures, just like in the other two. So really nothing to complain about it. I thought the game is really, really good. So again, you can play with the Kinect. I really don't know why the fuck you would play that game with the Kinect, but Next game is a reboot of an old school fighting game that I loved, that I grew up with. It was Mortal Kombat. The game's awesome. That's all I gotta say. The game's incredible. Nothing really bad to say about the game. You can get Freddy Krueger as a hidden character in this game and everything too. There's just nothing bad to say about the game. It's just an awesome reboot to an amazing series that I grew up with. So, the next one is kind of like a versus universe. It's like the Mortal Kombat versus the DC. The game is okay. The problem I have with this fucking game is, look at it. It's a teen rating. That's wrong. That's wrong right there already. If you're fucking Mortal Kombat, that should be an M always. I don't give a fuck if you have the DC universe on there. I don't give a fuck. If these motherfuckers are gonna appear in the game, they should be killed like everybody else in the fucking game. No, they made it PG-13 because you can't fucking rip Superman's torso off. Then don't put him in the game. If you're gonna make him do like if you're gonna have him in this game and not make it an M rating, don't put him in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're changing a legendary game. The game's actually pretty decent, so there's nothing really bad about it. But yeah, they just tame down their fatalities, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't change a classic game like that. But not bad nonetheless, though. So next, we're almost getting down to the wire here, so we're almost done. But next game I haven't actually played. I've heard good shit about it though. Is John Woo Stranglehold. It looks like Chow Yun-Fat is the main character. It looks pretty good. Again, I haven't played it. I haven't actually done any research about it. I just recently bought this. It's like $2, but I've heard good shit about it. So it's a third-person shooter, but it has I think it has bullet time on it if I'm not mistaken. But it looks like it's gonna be fun. So can't wait to give it a shot. So.